Good evening and happy Saturday as we welcome you in to North Adams High School as the Green Devils are set to take on the Hillsboro Indians in a Saturday night non-conference matchup here in the Southeast District. Along with John Bruce, my name is Dewey Daly as we welcome you into tonight's coverage. John, Hillsboro and North Adams, two teams that obviously have league aspirations in their respective conferences. Should be a fun way to round out the week here for us at Southern Ohio Sports Authority.
Yeah, Hillsboro's gone through a little bit of a dry spell, but they, fortunately for them, just haven't played very many games, which I think could be unfortunate at the same time. But, started off 2-0, now 2-3, 0-3 in the FAC. So their chances to win the FAC likely a long shot at this point, but they can still play for tournament seeding and get themselves a quality spot, because right now, if you saw the score of the Meigs and Jackson game, you probably want to avoid being in that 4-5 game because you don't really want to play Meigs for a chance at a district title. But you probably don't feel like any of the other spots are impossible. So you get a big win here tonight. If you're Hillsboro, you're going to get plenty of points because how talented and how much winning this North Adams team does as well. So this would be a big one to get going for Hillsboro.
And John, obviously two teams very far apart when you talk about school size, not in the same conference. Hillsboro's coming out of the FAC, North Adams the Shack 1. Only 20 miles separates these two schools, and unofficially the first meeting between the Green Devils and Hillsboro Indians since February 24th of 2009. It was a 68-42 win for the Green Devils at home here in Seaman. Kind of a surprising stat. You'd think teams that play so close to one another would meet more often. Once again, that's an unofficial stat.
Right.
But seemingly the first matchup between these two teams in about 15 years.
Yeah, and it's, at the very least, they don't play very often, if that is incorrect. But I would say you're pretty accurate on that. But, yeah, it's definitely not far away. Right down 32. And, two really nice schools as well. So it is kind of strange. But at the same time, things happen. Sometimes you have different people, running things, and sometimes you just lose touch. And maybe with the size that Hillsboro was at for a while, maybe it just didn't match up. But this is a really good North Adams program, and I could see this being a matchup for a long time in the future because of how I think their programs want to align with one another.
And John, you mentioned a very, very solid program here in Seaman with the North Adams Green Devils under first-year head coach Austin McCormick, coming off of a 61-59 win over Williamsburg last Saturday. They started off 3-0, suffered that tough loss here at home against Fairland, but they've won 3 straight, John. It's a team that has not been held to less than 61 points outside of that loss to Fairland. Been a really nice start for the Green Devils.
Yeah, they're a dynamic offensive team. They've got at least 5 seniors that can really score the ball in a variety of different ways. Led by Brees and Swiker at 15.3 points a game. But you got Jace Rothwell that kind of runs everything. 11.1 points a game, 4.7 assists. He's kind of the main ball handler, but if he can get into the lane and find shooters on the outside, that makes them really dangerous, and that makes them a really fun team to watch as well.
And, John, for North Adams, it's been a lot of league games within the Southern Hills Athletic Conference. 5-0 still in the Shack 1. Had that big opening night win over Eastern Brown, at least opening league night win over Eastern Brown back on that Friday prior to the Saturday night game with Fairland. Just the third non-conference game for the Green Devils, now 1-1 outside of the conference. Took down Williamsburg last Saturday. Obviously, that loss to Fairland earlier in the season.
Yeah, and Williamsburg's a quality program out of the SBA AAC, so that's a good non-conference win for them. And, it's a team, they challenge themselves in the area. They don't tend to go way, far out of the area, although we will see them next Saturday night down the road in Minford. So, and that's been a nice little rivalry over the last couple of years. I believe it's 2-2. The regular season games have
North Adams won the better 2 games. Obviously,
yes.
2 wins down at the combo in the district title. That matchup not going to be possible this year with the division shakeup, but still should be a fun one in Muletown next Saturday. So for the Hillsboro Indians, off to a 2-3 start. Started off 2-0. They've lost their last 3. All 3 of those losses coming in league play out of the Frontier Athletic Conference. Chillicothe Washington Courthouse in Jackson have put the Indians under 500 heading into tonight's non-conference matchup. John, it's a team that had back-to-back losing seasons prior to last season, going 12-11 a year ago. Off to a 2-3 start this season. What has kind of been the problem for Hillsboro just getting over that 500 hump the last few years?
I mean, I think where they've been, they've had some talent, but it's been very spread out. It's, Tate Davis was the FAC Player of the Year last year. He's a senior. And then you've got, Jack Holland, who's an outstanding sophomore, but you're not loading up the classes, so your classes are very spread out. Xander Lake comes in from East Clinton, a junior. So you've got one in each class, so you're not really getting just a heavy variety of players in one class. So it makes it to where maybe it's a little more spread out. Maybe it's where, you haven't had guys that have had to be role players in any of those classes. It's all been, they've been the guy. So adjusting hasn't been the easiest thing as well. So I think, you want to try to get some consistency at the head coaching level, which I think they have with Coach Holland now. And I think that, or Coach Howland now, you're going to have him there for a few years at least. And at that point, then you can kind of establish what you want. And I think that's going to be more long-term success for the Indians ultimately.
Hillsboro 2-0 outside of the conference, had a win over, I believe, your town, over the Canes. Back their first match of the season. And then obviously a win over Waverly in their second non-conference matchup of the season. So they'll look to continue their winning ways outside of the FAC, although they've been held to under 43 points the last two games in those losses to Washington Courthouse and Jackson. So Saturday night non-conference matchup, Green Devils and Hillsboro Indians coming up next here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
We welcome you back to North Adams High School. Green Devils and Indians Saturday night non-conference matchup moments away. An interesting scene here at North Adams with all the people in attendance coming together to sing the national anthem prior to the game. A nice thing to see here in Seaman.
Yeah, it's a, you know, they're doing a, it's called Ballin' for the Cure, or for Cure tonight. They're doing it for, it's a child named Riggs in the area that, you know, is battling cancer, so they're raising money for him and his family. It's been a really nice night overall. We saw a really good girls game in the previous one with Hillsboro. I believe it ended up being a 10-point game, but it was definitely felt closer than that throughout. So it's been a nice night. They had a player reunion for the former high schools in the area, which were Seaman, Winchester, I believe Wayne, that ultimately consolidated. So it's been a really nice evening here so far at North Adams, and as always, it's always a really nice setup for us here as well.
So the Green Devils and Indians, their first matchup since February 24th of 2009 unofficially. Only 20 miles separates the two schools coming together for a great cause here just prior to the new year. Will actually end up being the last game for both teams prior to the changing of the years for North Adams back into league play next Friday, as they'll be back here at home against Lynchburg Clay for Hillsboro at Blanchester on January 3rd. It's been a relatively long layoff for both of these teams. For North Adams, that went over Williamsburg last Saturday, so 7 days ago, and for Hillsboro, they've been off since last Friday, that 58-42 loss at home against Jackson. So 8 days and 7 days, the last matchup for both of these teams. So we'll see if there's a little bit of rust heading into tonight's game, or if both teams are ready to roll prior to the new year.
Yeah, this should be an interesting game. Really guard-heavy teams. We'll see how Xander Lake kind of takes over this game on the interior for the Indians, because that could be the difference maker ultimately in this contest, because that's something that, you know, for North Adams they kind of lack, is that just kind of bruiser inside. So it should be a fun one. I think we've got a nice crowd on hand. We've got our Raymond Gleedle here as well, which means you're going to get some quality pictures as well later on. So this should be a fun one, and should be a nice crowd overall. We've got a good officiating crew. One we haven't seen yet this year, which is kind of surprising based off of the games you will see this crew doing down at the Convo later on this year. But nice to see them out here tonight.
Quickly go over the starters to begin tonight's non-conference matchup. For the Hillsboro Indians, it'll be Xander Lake, Mason Dumpert, Tate Davis, Braden Hunter, and Jack Howland. Of course, Tate Davis, the reigning FAC Player of the Year. Jack Howland, an FAC first-team selection as a freshman last season. For North Adams, going to start off the same way they did the last time we were here, with Jace Rothwell, Connor Young, Connor Rogers, Carson Osborne, and Breeston Schweikert. Schweikert, of course, leading the Green Devils in scoring up to this point in the season. The senior averaging 15.5 points per game, just 8 points for Schweikert last Saturday in the win over Williamsburg.
Yeah, when he gets going, they are very dangerous. So it's a team, you know, if number 23, Breeston Schweikert, gets going, would be a big night for the Green Devils.
Big thank you to Kenneth A. for making the trip down to Seaman. North Adams and Hillsboro underway on this Saturday night. First offensive possession goes with Tate Davis and the Hillsboro Indians. Right side, the sophomore. Jack Allen, top of the key with Lake. Now left side, back to Davis, penetrating, pulls up into the short corner, won't go. Rebound, Rothwell.
Yeah, one of the things they do really well is those pull-up mid-range. Unable to get that one to fall.
Rothwell passed to Schweikert in the corner, deflected out of bounds by the senior Tate Davis. It'll stay on this end with North Adams.
Yeah, very active hands defensively there for Tate Davis.
So the first offensive possession of the night for North Adams. Schweikert left side with Osborne. Schweiker, top of the key, three, knocks it down.
That's good offense. You get Schweiker the shot at the top of the key. Not the most consistent three-point shooter so far this season, but if he can knock down that first one, he might be off to a big night. Good start for the Green Devils.
Left side, way downtown. Jack Howland answers back with a three of his own.
Yeah, hand down, man down. Howland just buries that triple.
Once again, North Adams from beyond the arc. Connor Young for three.
Good job getting the ball out in transition. Got to find the shooters, which, if you're keeping track at home, is everyone on North Adams.
The three straight threes, Jack Howland from downtown, the sophomore, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc to begin the night.
Can't let him get going. Good start for the sophomore.
Green Devils now looking to answer back. 6-6 tie early. Schweikert way downtown, off the mark, won't go. Rebound, Xander Lake.
Little bit of a heat check.
Davis left elbow jumper off the front iron, won't go. Rebound, Rothwell again. Green Devils in transition, left side. Connor Rogers can't connect from downtown. Rebound, Xander Lake underneath. Loose ball corralled by Connor Young. Put back, won't go. A loose ball out of bounds. Last touch by Hillsboro. Staying on this end with North Adams. Nice hustle play by Jace Rothwell to force the loose ball underneath.
Yeah, Rothwell just laying it all out on the line so far. Does a great job. Does a great job of hustling after that one on the floor. Keeping that play alive.
Right side, short corner jumper for Osborne, off the mark.
But Tate Davis had a foot out of bounds as he was gathering that board.
So Rothwell inbounding underneath into Schwenker. Now back to Rothwell, and it looks like they'll have Schwenker out of bounds prior to the pass, so a turnover for North Adams.
Yeah, just one thing there is just not getting his feet all the way inbounds was Rothwell, leads to the first turnover of the night.
Tate Davis pumps once, up for the short range jumper, banks it in.
You can't take risks on Davis, or else he'll make you hurt.
Into the left corner, pump fake from Osborne. Three on the way is good for the junior.
It's 3 threes already for the Green Devils. 3 different players with the threes as well.
Osborne 2 for 4 from beyond the arc is on the other end. Jack Howland answers with a layup off the glass.
8 now for Howland, 3 for 3 from the field.
Into the left corner, 3 on the way for Connor Young, off the mark. Rebound underneath, Schweikert, put back is good for the senior.
Good work by Schweikert, just battling. Got a decent look.
Steal on the inbound pass by Connor Young. As Carson Osborne fading away, puts it in. North Adams leading 13-10. Timeout Hillsboro. Be a 30-second timeout for Coach Josh Allen.
Yeah, I like the energy that is, North Adams has brought so far, especially on some of that stuff in the full court, which has led to them having this 3-point lead early on. We've already had 4 lead changes, though, a couple ties. Been a good start so far for you basketball fans, but, for North Adams, they've got to do what they can to try to keep Tate Davis in front, keep Jack Howland in front as well. So if you can keep them both in front, make them into shooters from long range instead of mid-range, I think that's going to ultimately help, although Holland is 2 for 2 from 3, so take that for what you will.
So out of the timeout, Hillsboro basketball trailing by 3, a little less than halfway through the opening quarter. Davis skipped pass to the far side with Dixon. Now back to Davis. Right side, Davis feeds it into Hunter underneath with Dylan Dixon. Fouled on the way up. 2 shots coming up for the senior.
Yeah, good ball movement to get the ball inside there. Just ultimately ends up drawing the foul. Dixon gets the first to go.
Second shot on the way for Dixon is good. Indians back within one. So with 13-12, North Adams lead over halfway through the first quarter. Rothwell opposite of the screen into the short corner, kicks it out. Carson Osborne way downtown, can't connect. Hillsboro basketball, 3:36 to go in the first.
He ran some action. He didn't really need to get set up so far out, but ends up shooting about a 25-footer and comes up a little bit short on that.
Davis into the half court, down the lane, kicks it out to Jack Howland all the way to the right side with Braden Hunter. Hunter back to Howland, now right side with Trey Captain. Davis, top of the key, three off the back iron. Rebound, Connor Rogers. Green Devils down the lane. Rogers pass to Osborne, up with the right hand, it's good.
5 now for Osborne. That's 2 quick assists for Jace Rothwell. Good job getting the ball out on the break for the quick 2.
Lead back up to 3 for North Adams. Captain hands it off to Howland, right side. Howland down the lane, scoop layup with the right hand, rolls in. Tough play from the sophomore.
4 for 4 now as he fights through contact. Good finish there for the sophomore.
Rothwell now the other way, and it looks like we'll have a foul on the floor to be on the Indians. Jack Helen whistled in for his first.
See Carson Davis checking in now for the first time, number 24.
Down the lane, Rothwell counted in the foul.
Yeah, this is the team that I think you'd want to see if you're North Adams anytime, just how well they are passing and moving without the ball. Great cut, great find there by Connor Young. And now Jace Rothwell, only a 52% free throw shooter, but has a chance for a 3-point play to give them their biggest lead here in the first quarter.
So North Adams leading by 4. Jack Howland penetrates, kicks it out to Tate Davis. Davis off the screen, picked up by Schweikert. Pass into the corner with Trey Captain, who drives. Pass inside, taken away.
Good hands there by the freshman Davis.
Rothwell driving baseline, kicks it out to Schweikert. Schweikert inside, left-handed runner off the glass is good.
Pretty finish there for Schweikert. He's got 7.
And it looks like they're going to have Dylan Dixon stepping over the baseline prior to inbounding the basketball. So a costly turnover for Hillsboro after the basket by Schweikert.
Yeah, they're just trying to get the ball out quick, but a good job there by, I believe it was Carson Osborne, to step in front to where he really had to hesitate on the inbounds pass.
Schweikert to Osborne, right side. Now Rothwell brings it out. 6-point lead for North Adams, $1:43 to go in the quarter. Osborne down the lane, scoop layup with the left hand is good.
7 points now for Carson Osborne. They're doing a really good job of spreading them out. Right now, the bigs in the game for Hillsboro can't guard anybody on the court for North Adams. North Adams exposing it for their biggest lead.
22-14 lead for North Adams. Howland skip pass to Davis, way downtown. Tate Davis puts it in.
Had to have it. That's their first assist of the game so far.
Rothwell pass inside to Schweikert, deflected out of bounds. Last touched by Xander Lake, going to stay on this end with Hillsboro. So Rothwell inbounding underneath for North Adams. Inbounds beyond the arc to Connor Young, now back to Schweikert. Freshman Carson Davis dribbles it across the volleyball line. Davis penetrates, kicks it out, 3 on the way. Connor Young, a lot of contact, no call. Rebound Davis. And Connor Young calling for the
flop warning.
Flop.
That's the first one you see this year.
So similar to this sideline warning in football.
Yeah, you get
first
one.
will be a warning, and then after that, I'm assuming potentially
it's
is it a technical foul after that? For the first time in 20 live streams for us this season that we've seen that first warning be initiated.
Yeah, I think it's right. I mean, just trying to sell the call, and it was a little late.
40 seconds to go in the first quarter, 22-17 North Adams. Dixon pass underneath. Juilliard up for the layup, rejected by Davis. Rebound Connor Young in transition. The loose ball is poked away. Xander Lake got a hand on it. It looks like we'll have a loose ball foul around the midline. It will be the former Astro Xander Lake.
Yeah, really good recovery there by Carson Davis. Does a good job getting, he seemingly got caught up a little bit and had to recover, but does a good job of getting the block on the play.
The Green Devils lead by 5. Right side 3. Connor Young can't connect from downtown. An offensive rebound for Davis out to Jesse Kennedy. 13 to shoot for North Adams. 7 to shoot for the Green Devils. Schweikert way downtown, can't connect. And the ball making contact with the support above the backboard. So Hillsboro going to take over. 2.5 seconds to go here in the first quarter, trailing by 5. Tate Davis from beyond half court can't connect, and that'll take us to the end of quarter number 1. 22-17, North Adams leading 8 minutes in. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
We welcome you back to North Adams High School, 22-17 the score after 1. John, some takeaways from quarter number 1 here tonight.
Jack Allen was really good. You just got to do what you can to just not let him get going, and it looked like North Adams did a better job of it early, but he had 10 points on 4-for-4 shooting. Hillsboro's got to find something outside of him and Tate Davis, as they have 15 of the 17 for the Indians.
So the second quarter going to begin offensively with North Adams leading by 5. Osborne to Rothwell, left wing. Top of the key, Carson Davis down the right side of the lane, trapped. Outlet pass corralled by Osborne. Staying on this side with North Adams. Rothwell left side, 3 off the front iron, won't go. Nice rebound by Tate Davis. Davis with tempo the other way, up for the layup, draws the foul. 2 shots coming up for the reigning FAC Player of the Year.
On Osborne. See Caleb Datley and Connor Rogers checking back in here in a second.
So Davis to the line for 2 shots, able to knock down the first. Caleb Datley back in for North Adams. Connor Rogers re-enters as well.
Really good minutes for Carson Davis, the freshman there. He kind of got held up a little bit on that dribble drive, but he gave some really good defensive minutes with a block and a steal in that last quarter.
Second shot on the way for Davis. That'll make it a one-possession ball game here in quarter number 2.
7 now for Tate Davis.
Rogers into the half court, down the lane. Tough scoop layup, won't go for Rogers. Long rebound by Jack Howland. Xander Lake spinning inside. Tough layup for the junior is good.
A little bit of the dancing bear action there. Beautiful footwork there by number 0, Xander Lake.
Rothwell kicks it out. Osborne left side 3. Too strong. Rebound goes to the Hillsboro Indians with Jack Howland.
And Schweikert does a really good job of forcing the jump ball there. If he maybe had a tenth of a second longer, he would have ended up with a steal. Only 3 turnovers in that first quarter for Hillsboro, but only 1 for North Adams. So that could be a key for either team to try to up that defensively.
Davis thought about the long screen, thought about the long 3. Davis backdoor pass, baseline drive for Jack Howland, able to bank it in off the glass. North Adams quickly the other way. Schweikert left side, jumper won't go. Rebound Davis. Davis pushes it ahead. Mason dumpered up for the shot, rejected by North Adams, but an offensive rebound and put back for Braden Hunter is good. Timeout, North Adams.
Yeah, just taking over slowly but surely. It just kind of exploded out of nowhere. It's an 11-0 run now, forcing this timeout. Just some quick, pretty contested shots for North Adams, just leading to some runouts. And while they've made a couple of nice blocks, ultimately it hasn't really mattered because, they're getting the putbacks.
So a 30-second timeout for head coach Austin McCormick in his first year at North Adams. Although a familiar face to the Seaman area, 1,038 points in his heyday as a player here in the green and yellow.
Yeah, really nice player, good post player for the Green Devils. Doing a nice job adjusting on the sideline.
So a 3-point lead for Hillsboro, 6:20 to go here in the first half. Rothwell into Connor Young, right corner. Osborne to Schweikert, left side. Feed into Diatley, now Osborne, right side with Connor Young. Young crosses over inside, behind the back pass to Diatley. The senior can't hang on, take away for Hillsboro.
It's a little more heat than he was expecting on that one.
So the Indians now an opportunity to extend their 3-point lead here in the first half. Hunter down the lane, up and under. Braden Hunter fouled on the way up. 2 shots coming up for the senior.
His first trip to the line, the Indians are 4 for 4 so far at on the contest. Get a chance to add to their lead, which is now currently the biggest it's been.
So Braden Hunter able to knock down the second free throw on the way. The senior sinks the pair. 5-point lead for Hillsboro. Rothwell down the lane, kicks it out to Osborne into the left corner. Now out to Connor Young. Left side, Rothwell. And a foul away from the basketball.
It's going to be on Dumpert. Just a hook around the screen. I think he got caught up a little bit on the screen, just made sure his man did not get a basket out of it.
Go get it. We're down, Jason.
Sir Connor Young set to inbound in front of the scores table.
Go get it.
5:20 to go in the second quarter, 27-22, Hillsboro leading. Green Devils working the ball around the perimeter, feed into the low post with Rothwell. Rothwell triple team, kicks it out to Osborne, who drives baseline. Osborne up for the right-handed runner, won't go. Rebound Hunter. Howland pushes it ahead down the floor. Mason Dumpert underneath, passes it out to Xander Lake. It's taken away by the freshman Carson Davis. Lob to Schweikert on the other end. Count it, and the foul.
This is really pretty action in transition for North Adams. It's going to be the second foul on Howland, too, so that's a big one. He's got 12. He's been really good. He's been the leading scorer tonight. Now, Schweikert, only a 48% free throw shooter, has a chance of making a three-point play, where the Green Devils are 1 for 1 at the line tonight.
So Schweikert to the free throw line, cannot knock it down, and John, free throw's been a big problem for North Adams this season, shooting just 56% as a team from the charity stripe.
Yeah, when your top two scorers both struggle, you know, fortunately here for Schweikert, he's going to get another chance because of the lane violation.
So Schweikert unable to knock down either of the free throws.
And it's not a new thing. That's the last couple of years. You notice that as well. He does everything well besides that.
So the lead remains at 3 for Hillsboro. Skip pass far side with Tate Davis. Davis off the screen, steps into a long-range three off the back iron. Long rebound corralled by Schweikert. And a kick ball at the midline. It was Xander Link, got a foot on it.
And you got to like that if you're Coach McCormick, where if you get the long rebound, you immediately push it out in transition. Nice footwork there by Xander Lake to shut that one down now.
Young inbounding to Osborne into the backcourt. Full court pressure by Trey Captain. Davis pass right side, long three. Connor Young off the backboard, won't go. Rebound Captain. Davis with tempo the other way, passes it off to Lake. Scoop layup, no good. Rebound Davis. A loose ball ruled out of bounds on the Indians, going the other way with North Adams.
And North Adams, even though they're not real big, they do a good job of contesting shots at the rim in transition, not worrying about the fouls. They keep good verticality, and that causes a lot of missed shots near the rim like that.
Rothwell, backdoor pass to Osborne, out to Schweikert into the left corner. Schweikert driving baseline, circus shot won't go. Rebound Xander Link. Davis walks it across the timeline over halfway through quarter number 2. Hunter penetrates inside, hop step, kicks it out. Captain underneath, and Captain going to be called for the travel.
Yeah, I think he went with the intention of dropping off to Dylan Dixon, but just was not able to find it there as the backside closed down on it. Eventually just forces, that's why you don't want to leave your feet anytime you pass it, because there's nowhere to go in case that pass is taken away.
So the Green Devils with the basketball, trailing by 3. Young puts it on the floor, kicks it out to Rothwell beyond the arc. Now Rothwell gonna back it out and reset. Rothwell opposite of the screen, down the lane, up with the right hand, cannot get it to go. Rebound, Trey Captain. Captain pass ahead to Lake, taken away. Connor Young with the steal. Young spinning inside, fading away off the back iron, can't connect. An offensive rebound by Schweikert, who's fouled on the putback.
Yeah, good effort there by Schweikert. Almost a really nice individual play by Connor Young. But now we're going to see Schweikert back at the line for a chance for 2.
So 2 shots for Schweikert, able to knock down the first.
Hey, match up!
Howland's going to check back in. I'm going to just guess he's going to be really cautious defensively with the 2 fouls.
Quick release by Schweikert on the second free throw, able to drop it in.
I like it. Don't think. Just shoot it.
So the Green Devils back within one. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Right side. Braden Hunter can't connect from downtown, but an offensive rebound for Xander Lake. Put back won't go. Long rebound by Young. Green Devils with numbers the other way, but Tate Davis forces the takeaway. Davis the other way. High arcing shot won't go. An offensive rebound for Xander Lake. The putback is good.
A good job in transition, just getting the putback for Xander Lake.
Lead back up to 3 for Hillsboro, and a travel whistled in on Connor Young. Connor Rogers going to re-enter for the Green Devils, in for Connor Young.
A couple quick turnovers there, 4 now for the Green Devils here in the second, or overall in the first half, 3 in the second quarter.
Top of the key with Dylan Dixon. Right side, Davis back to Howland. Thought about the long three, penetrating inside. Shot with the opposite hand. No good. Rebound, Schwenker. Thrown back into play. Osborne pushes it ahead to Davis. Now Rothwell right side. Rothwell driving baseline, kicks it out. Carson Osborne for 3. Yes!
That's such a pretty play. Great job going to the baseline. Once again, you kind of get yourself stuck in the air, but he does a great job of finding which man was open. He had 2 options. He hits the correct one in Carson Osborne, who's got 10 now.
Osborne ties it up at 29 apiece. Osborne 12 points in the win over Williamsburg. 2 of 4 from beyond the arc in that one. Already 2 threes tonight for the junior. Davis 15-footer is good. Hillsboro back out in front.
And that's what he does at an elite level, is that mid-range J.
Osborne, long range 3, puts it in. Carson Osborne puts the Green Devils back out in front by 1.
Feed the hot hand. Carson Osborne is that right now.
Davis going the other way, feet underneath. Dylan Dixon banks it in.
Good drive, good find.
Another lead change. Indians back out in front by 1. Rothwell pass to Davis, skip pass into the corner. Osborne again, yes!
3 straight threes for Carson Osborne. Red hot here in the second quarter. 16 points to lead all scorers.
Tate Davis off the screen and an offensive foul on the junior. Xander Lake. Moving screen whistled in on the junior.
That's his second. I mean, I don't know if, I think you got to get the ball Osborne here at this point, or you just run him here as some sort of, you know, a decoy.
Carson Osborne averaging 7.5 points per game through the Green Devils' first 7, well over that here in the first half. 8 to shoot for North Adams. Rothwell into the half court, opposite of the screen. Rothwell driving baseline, feed to Schweikert up with the right hand, won't go. Rebound, Dumpert, no shot for the Indians as time expires. 35-33, North Adams leading at the break. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo-Hio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business. Plus, health, and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
We welcome you back to North Adams High School, a 35-33 lead for the Green Devils at the break. A back and forth first half, John. Story for the Green Devils, the junior Carson Osborne. Very, very hot start for the junior, 2 quarters in.
Yeah, he got hot, really, really hot late, hitting 3 straight threes late in the half. Ultimately, 16 points to lead all scorers. There were 8 lead changes, 3 ties in the game, but Osborne getting hot down the stretch was the difference, and ultimately why North Adams has this narrow lead after 16 minutes of play. Breeson Schweikert with 11. He missed that bunny there at the end, but that was a really good play design, I thought, where you probably think the action was going to go to Osborne because of how hot he was, but you end up getting about a 4-foot shot in the lane. You just ultimately don't make it. So, a nice half for Schweikert, but overall, I thought Jace Rothwell played well. 3 points, 5 assists, a couple of blocks as well. 5 points for Connor Young. Carson Davis might have been the best player at times for North Adams because he kept them in it when there was no scoring. When there was no scoring and he was able to just really wall up defensively, I thought he did an excellent job for them without scoring. He had a couple of steals, a block as well. So you just kind of never know in a big game who's going to step up. So Carson Osborne only averaging 7 points a game, 16 in the first half. Carson Davis doesn't even look to shoot, but does a really good job defensively to kind of fill in where like Rothwell averaging 11 points a game with only 3 so far. For Hillsboro, I really liked what I saw at Jack Howland. 12 points on 5 of 7 shooting. Tate Davis with 9 points, 4 rebounds for him, 4 points and 4 rebounds for Xander Lake. And then also 4 points for Dylan Dixon, 4 points for Braden Hunter. And then that was it scoring-wise for the Indians. I thought they did a better job of being balanced in that second quarter where it was mostly just Holland in that first one. But ultimately ends up being, they win the second quarter, but North Adams with that big, explosion at the end from Carson Osborne are able to take the lead into the break.
And John, for Hillsboro, we mentioned in the pregame, it's a team that's been held to less than 43 points the last 2 matches, with Courthouse and Jackson seemingly going to get over that margin here tonight. Off to a great start offensively, just Carson Osborne been such a threat on the offensive side for the Green Devils 2 quarters into tonight's contest.
Yeah, he's 4 for 6 from 3, and they aren't just fully fully designed plays. The last 3 he hit was off of him repositioning after the original look wasn't there. Ends up going inside to Carson Davis, and he drives and kicks it out for the 3, which gives them this lead. So, yeah, it's what Osborne was able to do from the outside. Connor Young got hot early, then kind of cooled down. So I think that they need, a couple of different guys to get going as well. But Osborne, I would think you'd want to try to feed him early here in this second half.
So, John, a big one next Saturday for the Green Devils, another installment of this rivalry that's come on the last couple of years with North Adams and Minford. Obviously, they've met 4 times the last 2 seasons, twice in the regular season, twice down at the Convo. Minford taking both of the matches in the regular season by double digits, but it's been North Adams taking the crown and the medals on the bigger stage at the Convo. Obviously, no opportunity for these 2 teams to meet at the Convo this season, given the shakeup in divisions. I believe Minford now Division 5, North Adams in Division 6. But another installment in the regular season rivalry, a big one in Muletown this Saturday.
Yeah, and it'll be nice because then it's kind of like the tiebreaker for them, with it being 2-2 over the last 4. It's a game 5 instead of a game 7, but it should be a really good one. Obviously, with how talented the senior classes are, I would say they've been playing against each other for quite some time, and it'll be a good one for them to finish their careers with each other. And it wouldn't surprise me if you're going to see both of those teams playing multiple games down at the Convo, with one being the district final, but also for being beyond the district finals as well. So I think both teams very talented and have the chance to make a big run. Now for this Hillsboro team, I like what I've seen out of them. I can see some concentration, lapses, which may be why they have started 0-3 in the FAC with how good the FAC is this year. You can't have those concentration lapses at all. And that's partially how, Carson Osborne got so open there on the couple possessions there late. So if they can tighten that up, that's going to give them a chance here late in this game, but also it's going to give them a chance to get back on the right side and start putting some wins together as well for the Indians.
Little over a minute left here at the break. We'll take another quick break ourselves. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
We welcome you back to North Adams High School. Third quarter moments away, a 35-33 advantage for the Green Devils. Prior to the start of the third quarter here in Seaman on this Saturday night.
I think we should have a nice finish here. 2 nice teams, teams that are going to eventually win a lot of games this season. Some outstanding guard play as well, and some outstanding shooters as well.
8 minutes back on the clock. Third quarter underway with North Adams on the offensive side to begin the quarter. Rothwell unable to get the scoop layup to go. Rebound goes to Hillsboro.
I don't think he needs to adjust as much as he thought he did. He's unable to get the first basket of the half.
Davis backs it out. Off the Hunter screen now, Braden Hunter, right wing. Hunter feet underneath. Xander Lake kicks it out. Tate Davis for three, off the mark. Rebound, Schweikert with tempo, going the other way, and a foul at the midline. And an offensive foul on Schweikert. Charge taken by the sophomore Jack Howland. So a costly turnover in transition for the Green Devils. So another opportunity on the offensive side for the Indians. Howland off the screen, steps into a 15-footer and buries it.
Yeah, the fact these two will shoot it from the mid-range makes them even more difficult to stop. 14 now for Howland.
Rogers feet underneath. Rothwell spinning inside, kicks it out. Right side three, Breeston Schweikert can't connect from downtown. Loose ball out of bounds, going the other way with Hillsboro.
They haven't been able to find Osborne so far. Turnover, and then two misses that were not particularly close for the Green Devils out of the break.
So the Indians winning the second half so far, 2-0. Skip pass left side, Jack Howland connects from downtown.
Good find. He gets his feet set. He's deadly from the outside. Howland with 17.
5-0 run to begin the quarter for Hillsboro.
That's going to be the third on Xander Lake. And really, I think that one's probably not getting called if the midline's not there. But because the midline's there, there was no way that the offensive player was going to go into the backcourt without the additional help from Lake.
The Young lobs it into the backcourt. Corralled by Rogers, now into the half court for North Adams. Connor Young wants to dance, spinning inside, scoop layup, won't go. Rebound, Mason Dumper. Indians with numbers, left side, Howland for three, off the mark. Rebound, Rothwell. Rothwell up the near sideline, into the corner. Carson Osborne cannot knock it down. And a loose ball last touched by Hillsboro, going to stay on this end with North Adams.
And I think the athleticism of Schweikert kind of made that into a harder rebound to get than what Hillsboro expected.
Quick inbound, Rothwell up with the left hand, counted in the foul.
Really smart play there. That's 3 fouls now on Howland. But a really smart inbounds play. Great pass from Connor Young. Jace Rothwell just pointed. I think it was originally supposed to be an outcut there. He just points towards the basket. The right pass is made, and he finishes at the rim. 5 points now for Jace Rothwell.
Rothwell under 50% from the stripe this season. A chance to tie it at 38, which he does. 38-38. Little over 2 minutes into the third quarter. Davis gonna back it out, dribble to the left wing, backdoor pass to Howland, baseline rejected by Osborne. Osborne called for the foul. 2 shots coming up for the sophomore, Jack Howland.
Yeah, good backdoor action there. Just using a nice left hand, being able to pass with both hands there by Tate Davis, very valuable, because then it can just make that play even quicker. Osborne thought he got there, but got a little more body. So Howland misses the first one.
Rebound here, White. Rebound.
Jack Howland unable to knock down either of the pair. Game remains tied at 38. Rothwell across the lane, feed into the corner with Rogers, unable to corral the pass. Hillsboro going to take over with 5:25 to go in the quarter. Full court pressure by North Adams. Davis feet underneath. Mason Dumpert hop step inside. Can't get it to go. Off the window. Rebound Schweikert.
Really good high reception of that rebound.
Schweikert pass ahead to Rothwell. Back to Schweikert. Schweikert unable to hang on to the pass. Another turnover for North Adams.
They're being a little loose right now with the ball. Three turnovers already. Only 4 in that first half. 7 now for the game.
Davis down the lane. Pulls up from the free throw. Connects.
Yeah, really pretty work there. Just going hard left-handed. Such a quick stop and pop for Davis. 11 points for the reigning FAC Player of the Year.
Osborne right side, takes it to the middle of the floor, kicks it out to Connor Young right side into the corner with Rothwell. Rothwell, 10-foot jumper in and out, offensive rebound for Schweikert fading away. Putback won't go. Rothwell left-handed putback, no good as well. Ball rolling out of bounds, last touch by Hillsboro, going to stay on this end with North Adams.
Yeah, just really good effort from North Adams, but you got a little more time on some of these putbacks.
Schweikert inbounding underneath for the Green Devils. Into the corner, Rothwell driving baseline up with the right hand, ties it at 40. Howland doubled off the screen, kicks it out. Davis for three, can't connect. Rebound for Dixon. Extended possession for Hillsboro. Howland left side, can't connect from downtown. The ball making contact with the support above the backboard. Going to go the other way with North Adams.
Yeah, really good. Couple good looks from your two shooters. Unable to get either to fall, which is why we are still tied here at 14. It's one of my favorite things, you know, when I was coaching, how the away team would never give a towel, or would seemingly never have a towel. So if, you know, North Adams would have had to give a towel up there, you got to go all the way down the court, and it always just delays everything so much. Kudos to Hillsboro for using one of their towels for, you know, what it's for.
Freshman Carson Davis right side with Rothwell. Rothwell wanting to get it into Davis. Now feed into the low post with the freshman, kicks it out to Connor Young down the lane, feed over to Davis, up with the right hand, banks it in.
Good shovel pass there from Young. Good job repositioning for Davis.
Davis up the far sideline to Dumpert. Passes it out to Braden Hunter, right side three for Braden Hunter, off the back iron, won't go, rebound Schweikert. Schweikert pass ahead to Carson Osborne, off the mark and out of bounds. Turnover in transition for the Green Devils.
They've equaled their turnover count for the first half now with 4.
Xander Lake going to inbound in front of the scores table, also checking back in for the Indians. 42-40, North Adams leading, 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dixon double team, bounce pass left side, Davis on the move, connects from downtown.
I don't know if that's an assist or not.
Rothwell going the other way, rejected by Xander Lake, who's called for the foul.
And that's 4 now on Lake, too, so that's a big one. Yeah, but yeah, on the previous play, I believe his captain was going through the lane and just gets deflected off of his leg and rolls out to Tate Davis, who buries the triple. 14 now for Davis. That's a really big one, because that's the only mismatch on the interior that, you know, Hillsboro really had. Now it looks like they're going to check Brady Juliet back in.
So 2 shots coming up for Jace Rothwell, able to knock down the first. Xander Lake will head to the bench with 4 fouls. The junior Brady Juliet back in for Coach Allen.
One of the things you mentioned earlier, you mentioned his free throw percentage a couple of different times for Rothwell. When we were down at Leesburg last year. I believe he was 12 for 12 in that game from the line. So it must, of course, jinx it there.
Rothwell splits the pair. Lead remains now 2 for North Adams. Steal in transition for Rothwell. Banks it in for 2.
Yeah, that's going to be the first turnover of the half for the Indians, and it leads to another lead change.
Right side, Jack Howland way downtown for the sophomore. Buries the triple.
Good action there, just getting to Howland. Another one, 20 now for the sophomore.
Davis down the lane into the corner with Rothwell. Osborne for 3, off the mark. Schweikert the offensive rebound for North Adams. Schweikert's pass deflected by Davis. Davis going the other way, up with the right hand. Lead is extended to 3 for Hillsboro. Osborne pass ahead. Schweikert, a lob pass from Osborne to Schweikert. The senior finishes on the other end. Fast-paced action. Davis off the screen, driving inside, up with the right hand, won't go. Rebound, Schweikert. Schweikert ahead to Davis. Now back to Schweikert down the lane, up for the layup, and a blocking foul underneath on the sophomore Jack Howland. 2 shots coming up for Schweikert.
That was about a 75-foot lob from Osborne to Schweikert for that layup immediately after. And that's one of the, you have to be really happy with that, because your team doesn't worry about those points that they just gave up on the other end, because they immediately get them back. And that's something when you're watching as a coach in the scouting department, you do not look forward to doing in practice or getting ready for in the games, because they get the ball out so fast and go on the break. It's really hard to game plan for.
First shot for Schweikert is no good.
Now
Dylan Dixon back in for Hillsboro, as is Mason Dumpert.
Schweikert 2 for 4 now at the line. 13 points, 10 rebounds for Schweikert.
0 for 2 on the trip for Schweikert. Trey Captain the rebound for Hillsboro. Lead remains at 1 for the Indians. Little less than 90 seconds to go in the third. 48-47 Hillsboro. Dumpert penetrates, kicks it. Braden Hunter backs it out to Davis. Davis skip pass left side. Dumpert for 3, off the mark. Rebound, Schweikert. Rothwell going the other way for North Adams. Kick into the corner with Carson Osborne. Osborne down the lane, up with the right hand. North Adams back out in front by 1.
Pretty finish going across the lane for Carson Osborne. Hadn't scored in the half. Give him 18 now. 14 lead changes here on the night.
.30 seconds to go in the quarter. 49-48 North Adams. Pass from Davis to Trey Captain. And a loose ball foul on Trey Captain.
That's going to be free throws now for Rothwell. Nice play, jumping the passing lane. And we're going to need to get a towel out again. This is going to be a long fourth quarter anytime there's a loose ball, because it is very warm in here tonight.
So 2 shots after the foul on the sophomore Trey Captain.
Rothwell with 11 points, 8 of which have came here in this third quarter.
First shot for Rothwell is good.
4 for 5 at the line. Good minutes from Breeson Schweikert. 13 and 11 so far.
Rothwell able to knock down the pair, lead up to 3 for North Adams. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter for Hillsboro. Davis, long range three off the back iron, no good. An offensive rebound for Dixon and a jump ball whistled in. Possession with Hillsboro, going to stay on this end. 8.1 seconds to go in the quarter. It'll be Braden Hunter inbounding underneath for Hillsboro. Now they're going to sub out. It'll be Mason Dumpert to initiate the baseline out of bounds play. Dumpert into the left corner. Braden Hunter for three. Cannot get it to go. Rebound Davis. And Davis called for the travel after the rebound, so another opportunity for Hillsboro with 3.5 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yeah, it's just one of those where the contact probably makes him lose his balance, but there's not really a foul there. So just an unfortunate play for the freshman if you are the Green Devils.
Dumpert lobs it in. Trey Captain is fouled.
Still had 2 to give.
Rothwell whistled in for the foul for North Adams. So now Hillsboro will inbound in front of the scores table instead of underneath. Dumpert set to inbound into Davis. Davis from the volleyball line for the tie. Cannot get it to fall. 1 quarter to go in regulation. 51-48, North Adams leading. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
8 minutes on the board, 1 quarter to go here in Seaman. Saturday night non-conference matchup, North Adams and Hillsboro. The Green Devils leading by 3 to begin the quarter. North Adams with the first offensive possession of the quarter. Rothwell crosses over into the short corner, skip pass, left side three. Connor Rogers can't connect from downtown. Hillsboro takes over, 7:40 to go in the quarter. A nice defensive stop to begin the frame for the Indians.
Yeah, I don't think the players realize it for North Adams. They're being told to attack Xander Lake there as he's got 4 fouls. They had a couple matchups on him.
Pass to Jack Howland. The sophomore can't hang on. A costly turnover for the Indians. Rothwell the other way. Euro step inside for the finish.
Got 15. He's played very well tonight as the senior point guard. It's 10 turnovers now for the Indians.
Davis guarded by Osborne. Passes it off to Dylan Dixon. Now Howland, long range three. Can't connect. Rebound Osborne. Osborne feed to Rothwell. Kicks it out to Rogers into the left corner. Now back to Rothwell left side.
Lake's kind of lucky there because he got a lot of arm on the entry pass that Rothwell was able to strength through it.
Rothwell inside, called for the travel prior to the shot.
It's their 10th turnover.
Come on.
53-48, North Adams leading. 90 seconds into the quarter. Link, feet underneath, Braden Hunter, pump fakes and fouled on the way up. 2 shots coming up for Hunter.
The Indians were 6 for 6 at the line in the first half, 0 for 2 here in the second half. This will be Hunter's second trip to the line. He hit a couple earlier. Good pump fake there. Rothwell tried to stay vertical, but just ultimately was unable to do so.
The 2 shots now for Braden Hunter, unable to knock down the first. Second shot on the way for Hunter is good.
5 now for the senior. Carson Osborne bringing the ball up, 18 points, a game high for North Adams.
Davis spinning inside, up and under. Tough interior defense by the junior Xander Lake. Osborne pass to the far side. Connor Rogers penetrates, kicks it out to Rothwell left side. Feet inside to Schweiker, taken away by Tate Davis. Indians with tempo. Davis, a 15-footer, won't go. Rebound with Carson Davis.
Yeah, that's the shot you want, though, if you're Hillsboro.
Schweikert pass ahead, tipped out of bounds by Tate Davis. Going to stay on this end with North Adams. Rogers, an entry pass to Davis, who backs it out. Davis going to work inside, up and under. And another travel on the inside called on North Adams. Back-to-back possessions for the Green Devils.
They're trying to attack Lake a little bit too much. Maybe if you can get a switch and you get Rothwell to be the one to attack, I think he's a little more on the dribble drive quality there.
Howland off the screen, steps back into the corner now, driving baseline, up and under, layup won't go. An offensive rebound for Xander Lake, fouled on the putback. 2 shots coming up for the former Astro.
Dude, that crossover was so disgusting from Jack Howland. He's been outstanding, 20 points for the sophomore. Kind of slowed down a little bit here over the last few minutes, but just a really dynamite right to left crossover there to get himself, denying the screen that was there. Now Lake buries the first one. He's got 5 points, 5 rebounds. And been in foul trouble the entire game, so.
Lake able to knock down the pair. Indians back within 2, a 1-possession ball game here in Seaman.
Yeah, a little mini 3-0 run here. Yeah, we got a light on. I think someone's recording with, okay, I think they were recording with their flashlight on. It happens.
So after the stoppage, North Adams basketball, 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, 2-point lead for the Green Devils. Schweikert hands it off to Connor Young. Young, 15-footer on the way, won't go. Rebound goes to Hunter. Howland left side, fires from 3, can't connect. Rebound, Connor Young. A foul in transition on the senior Braden Hunter.
Yeah, neither team's really playing with a lot of, full energy on both ends of the court. So you're not getting a whole lot of attacking mode, within the offense. You're getting a lot of one pass and shot up, which someone needs to take advantage of that, as it's only been a 3-0 run for Hillsboro recently.
Rothwell opposite of the screen into the short corner, guarded by Dixon, who's calling for the foul.
Yeah,
2 quick fouls for the Indians.
You can do a lot of physicality on the defensive end, but you just cannot get 2 hands out extended or else it's going to be a foul every time.
Young inbounding underneath to Rothwell, driving baseline. Rothwell through contact, finishes. Timeout, North Adams.
Yeah, just a pretty basic out-of-bounds play, but if you run it right, you're going to score more times than not from it.
Full timeout for the Green Devils. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Glow Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glow Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glow Fiber is here. Welcome to Glow Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiber.com to switch today.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
We welcome you back to North Adams High School. Second timeout of the night for first-year head coach Austin McCormick. His Green Devils leading by 4 halfway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I like that when you get a quick score. You hadn't scored in quite some time. You get a score. Now you can set up your defense. You can kind of do whatever you want, but also refocus your team. You still have 3 timeouts to go anyway, so why not use one there to get regrouped with 4:04 to play?
Davis looking to reset here over halfway through the quarter. Davis down the lane, short range jumper won't go for the reigning FAC Player of the Year. Rebound Schweikert. Schweikert back into the play with Rothwell. Rothwell a skip pass, left side, Connor Young in the corner.
That's going to be a technical. Yeah, that's just, I don't know, like, that's the second time Schweikert's done that. I don't know what he's doing. He just went up and smacked the backboard. I think he was trying to act like he was going up for a layup, but you can't smack the backboard.
So the technical on Schweikert. Tay Davis going the other way for 2 free throws, along with possession of the basketball after the second. Davis able to knock down the first.
Yeah, and you had Tate Davis who had missed his last 5 shots. Now you just got him a chance maybe get going a little bit at the free throw line. Hillsboro 0 for 5 here in this fourth quarter from the field, but 5 for 6 at the line has kept them in this game, and that's just inexcusable.
So a costly turnover for North Adams. Tate Davis knocks down the pair. Now the Indians in possession of the basketball. Trailing by 2, 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Howland to pass to Lake. Xander Lake inside, up for the layup, won't go. And a foul underneath.
It's going to be the third on Rothwell.
You can see the expression of relief in the face of Xander Lake when he found out the foul was not on him. Davis driving inside, kicks it out to Jack Howland, left elbow jumper won't go, in and out for the sophomore. And a loose ball foul underneath. Looks like it'll be whistled in once again on North Adams with the senior Connor Young.
That's going to end up with 2 shots now.
The 5th team foul of the quarter for the Green Devils, and a chance for the sophomore Jack Howland to tie it at 55 with a pair of free throws. 2.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, 9 turnovers here in the second half for North Adams. Some questionable decision making, and that's what's kept Hillsboro in this game. They're 0 for 7 from the field, but it hasn't mattered because North Adams has 4 turnovers. North Adams is only 2 for 4 from the field this quarter, and that's why they've got a chance to tie the game here with Mason Dumpert.
So Dumpert to the line, unable to knock down the first.
His first trip there tonight.
Dumpert unable to knock down either of the pair. Schweikert the rebound, thrown back into play with Rothwell.
13 boards now for Breeson Schweikert.
Schweikert down the lane, kicks it out to Carson Davis. Now Osborne around the volleyball line. Osborne feed into the corner with Rothwell, thrown back into play by Rothwell, taken away. Tate Davis, tempo the other way, ties it at 55. Timeout, Hillsboro. Full timeout for the Indians. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
We welcome you back to North Adams High School. It'll be Green Devil basketball out of the timeout. Tate Davis tying it up at 55 off the takeaway for the Indians.
Him and Jack Howland each with 20 to lead the way for the Indians, who have been down most of the second half.
Rothwell penetrates, kicks it out to Schweikert, who has it stripped away. Tate Davis going the other way. Hillsboro retakes the lead, 57-55.
15th lead change of the game. That is the 11th turnover in the second half for North Adams.
Rothwell opposite of the screen, into the low post. Tate Davis with another steal, unable to keep it between the lines, towing the baseline. Going to keep it on this end with North Adams.
Tate Davis just grabbing the ball now. Like, if you leave it out at all, he's just going to go grab it. He's got 4 steals here in the second half, 5 overall.
Less than 90 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. 57-55, Indians leading. Davis down low, kicks it out to Osborne. Osborne drives, Davis underneath. We're tied at 57.
A good find there, good finish by the freshman. Our 9th tie of the game.
$60 seconds to go in the 4th. Howland trouble with the basketball and a heady timeout for Coach Josh Howland.
Yeah, in that situation, they had 3 timeouts left, right? Yeah, so they had 3 timeouts left. So in that situation, you don't want to just lose the ball on, hey, it's hot, we're tired turnover in that situation. You want to make sure you're still attacking, take advantage of those timeouts. The big thing here, Hillsboro is in the bonus, and they have the possession arrow. So if they want to run this clock down, they can. If they want to just see if they can get their best shot available for Davis or Howland. They can. They tried to sub way too late too. So they went to put a sub in, but it was after the horn. So because it was after the horn, he can't come in until the next break now.
Hillsboro basketball out of the timeout. Howland to Link. Left elbow, Link going to work underneath. Xander Link cannot get it to go, but draws the foul. Link has been playing cautiously throughout the second half. 4 fouls for the junior, a chance to put his Indians back out in front.
Yeah, I think they liked that little move there for Lake. He just does a good job attacking, can't finish it. But now he's 3 for 3 at the line. 7 points. So this is a huge rebound opportunity here. Now, one thing to keep in mind, only 2 fouls for Hillsboro.
Second shot for Lake is no good. Lead remains at 1 for Hillsboro. 58-57, 35 seconds to go in the fourth. Indians leading. Rothwell, low post, kicks it out to Connor Young beyond the arc. Back to Rothwell, down the lane. Rothwell up for the shot, can't get it to go, but draws the foul. So a chance for Rothwell, John, coming into tonight. A sub 50% shooter from the free throw line, has had some success from the stripe here tonight. A chance to take the lead or tie the game.
And that's the 5th on Jack Howland as well. So that's going to take away one of the big options, regardless of what happens at the free throw line here for Jace Rothwell. He's got 17, one behind Carson Osborne's 18 on the night.
First shot for Rothwell is no good.
Five for 7 at the line. Good timeout here for, it's going to be a full here for Hillsboro.
Full timeout for the Indians. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
We welcome you back to North Adams High School. Second free throw coming up for Jace Rothwell. So our cameraman has fallen asleep. Second shot for Rothwell is no good. An offensive rebound for Schweikert. He's fouled underneath. Just the 4th team foul of the quarter for Hillsboro. Foul is on the floor, so a baseline out of bounds play coming up for the Green Devils. Timeout, North Adams. Full timeout for Coach McCormick. We'll keep it here. 21.2 seconds to go for North Adams, trailing by 1 here in the 4th quarter.
We talked about it in the pregame, or you did, about the free throw shooting. The free throw shooting has not been very good this season for North Adams, and you get a couple costly misses there. But when you know that you aren't a very good free throw shooting team, you can do a good job of battling back and, fighting through to keep that rebound alive, which is what Schweikert did. Now, I will say, fortunately for North Adams, is that was only the 14th foul, because now Schweikert will not be at the line. They can run their best out-of-bounds play here to try to get a basket, but they're also now, next foul will result in free throws for both sides.
So a baseline out of bounds play coming up for North Adams. It'll be the senior Jace Rothwell inbounding underneath for North Adams. Rothwell lobs it into Davis. Now Rothwell beyond the arc into the corner, Connor Young. 13 to shoot, Schweiker right-handed runner is good for Breeston Schweiker. North Adams takes the lead, 6 to shoot for Hillsboro. Davis going the other way, up with the right hand, foul on the way up, but a shooting foul on North Adams. Davis to the line for 2 shots.
It's going to be on Schweiker. They're going to call it head contact, and now Tate Davis will be at the line where he is 4 for 4.
Two shots now for the reigning FAC Player of the Year, Tate Davis. He knocks down the first.
21 points.
And a 30-second timeout for North Adams. Now 1 timeout remaining for both teams. It'll be a 30-second timeout for the Green Devils.
Got a big one coming up here for Tate Davis. 5 for 5 at the line. He's had a really nice game, regardless of what happens here. He's got 23 points.
And what a shot on the other end by Schweiker to momentarily give the Green Devils the lead.
Yeah, and still 1 timeout left for North Adams. So really, if he makes this, you could call a timeout. You could set up a play to get the ball to midcourt and call a timeout. But I like what Coach Howland did there of, you just let your guy go. You let your point guard get to the basket, force a call.
Big shot coming up for the senior Tate Davis. He knocks it down. And a full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Our camera is struggling to work, but we'll give you the radio play-by-play. Rothwell going the other way. It's taken away by Trey Captain, and that'll do it. So the Hillsboro Indians are going to hang on, winning 60-59. And just the second time this season, North Adams has been held to less than 61 points. As in transition, it was Trey Captain on the takeaway for Hillsboro, making the Indians pushing the Indians to a 500 3-3 record on the season. Now 3-0 outside of the conference, and North Adams falling to 6-2.
And that was the 16th turnover of the game. 16 turnovers for North Adams. Once again, we apologize for our video feed dropping at the most crucial time of the game. But, technology, sometimes things happen. But overall on the night, just a really good, gutsy win there for Hillsboro to come back. 17 lead changes, 10 ties in the contest.
$60-59, the final here in Seaman. We'll take a quick break. You've been watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glow Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glow Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glow Fiber is here. Welcome to Glow Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
We welcome you back to North Adams High School once again. Apologies for the camera going out at the most crucial time of the ball game. Nonetheless, just to describe it to you, as we tried to go radio play-by-play there for the final sequence. North Adams pushing the ball quickly up the floor out of the inbound, and once they got it to the other side of half court, it was Trey Captain intercepting the pass and ultimately dribbling it out, bringing the final.
Yeah, I mean, really in that situation, you either have 3 dribbles and a shot, or you got to try to make a couple quick passes up the court, and they went with the couple quick passes, and unfortunately for them, were unable to connect it, as Trey Captain made a really nice play to get his first steal of the game, so a nice work by him. Ultimately, for the Indians, 17 lead changes, 10 ties in this game. The last lead change comes with 3.4 seconds left as Tate Davis knocks down a pair of free throws. Finished 6 for 6 at the line on the night, 24 points for the senior, showing why he was the FAC Player of the Year a year ago. Jack Howland had 20 points, all of that coming in the first 3 quarters. He eventually fouled out late, but had a really, really good first quarter and showed why he's more than likely a future FAC Player of the Year as well. So 7 points from Xander Lake, 6 rebounds. You had Braden Hunter with 5, Dylan Dixon with 4, and then the aforementioned, Trey Captain with that big game-winning play down the stretch. They only had 10 turnovers in the game, only 3 coming in the second half, which ultimately ended up being the difference in the game because North Adams had 16 turnovers, 7 of which were in the fourth quarter, and 12 came in the second half. So they were led by Carson Osborne with 18. 16 of those came in the first half. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for Jace Rothwell. A really nice all-around floor game for him. 15 points, 15 rebounds for Breeson Swikert. 5 points for Connor Young. 4 points, 4 rebounds for Carson Davis. Just some ill-advised shots. That technical is something you don't see very often. And that ultimately, in a 1-point game, that makes a difference there at the end. So you just got to learn if you're North Adams. It's their second loss of the year and second loss to a really nice team, but they're going to look back on this one and see that they more or less gave this one away as opposed to getting beat. But a nice job overall, by Hillsboro, made the plays they needed to at the end to get the win.
And once again, John, just the second time that North Adams has been held to less than 61 points in a game. Both of those games they've lost. Obviously, to Fairland, it was a lot less than 61, held to just 35 points tonight. Just a couple points shy, but a great offensive performance, as you mentioned, by Tate Davis and Jack Howland, who found out in the waning seconds of tonight's contest. That'll wrap it up for our coverage of tonight's non-conference matchup between the Hillsboro Indians and North Adams Green Devils. North Adams back in action next Friday, back into league play as they host the Lynchburg Clay Mustangs. Hillsboro at Blanchester on January 3rd. So that'll be next Wednesday, I believe, is when that will be. So for Kenneth A. and John Bruce, my name is Dewey Daly saying so long from Seaman, Ohio. Once again, the final, Hillsboro 60, North Adams 59. You've been watching Ohio High School Boys Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.